Advisor, Chipata, as well as Dennis Odaka, who's District AIDS Coordinator, Commission Advisor, Mamwe. It's good to have you both on the program. For some of our viewers, I want to believe that, the join in Circuit Zambia may sound French, so to speak. Would you care just give us a background on this particular, concept?
Well, good morning, Brad, and good morning, viewers. The background of the join-in circuit is behaviour change tool, which was developed in Germany, and in 2015 was introduced in Zambia via GIZ, National AIDS Council, and it's been implemented from that time. This circuit looks at behaviour change. It's a circuit that has 11 stations, and out of these 11 stations, there are different stations that talk in relation to AIDS, love, and sexuality, and also gender. So the tool is used to change behavior among all age groups. Maybe my colleague can add on.
Yes, and looking at also the situation of teenage pregnancies here in Eastern Province, we felt it important to use this platform during the NCwala ceremony to demonstrate this tool, which helps to disseminate information on how girls can take care of themselves, but also issues to do with sexuality and reproductive health, which they are supposed to know in order for them to remain protected, but also to secure their future. You know that through cases of teenage pregnancies, numbers are there out that shows that the Eastern Province, we are on the wrong side in terms of increased numbers of teenage pregnancies. So we need interventions, and this toolkit really comes at the right time because it addresses those issues, how girls and boys can understand issues of sexuality and how they can protect themselves. Not only from teenage pregnancies, there are also issues of HIV, issues of gender-based violence. You know that the gender-based violence is a culprit in fueling HIV transmission. So all these are covered under this intervention.
Teenage pregnancies, like you mentioned it on both of you, is a worrying, narrative as far as Eastern Province is concerned. Am I right to assume that that mirrors the risk of our teens, when it comes to them contracting HIV?
Yes, it does. I look at statistics that we have. Last year, by November, the statistics we were pulling out from Ministry of Health, like on first visit for Ateno care, we had 15s to 19, over 7,000. So those numbers give us a worrisome thought, because these are the future leaders, the future the brands who need to come up and take up our roles once we leave. And if you look at the coming in of CDF, the support that we have under the secondary school bursaries, meaning we want to equalize education. The government wants to equalize education for all. But if left unchecked, these are the worries that we have. So, if we have numbers like teen pregnancies at 7,000 in Eastern Province, then it means that the young ones, these are only 15s to 19, it means they're having unprotected sex.
Yes, sure. So teenage pregnancies themselves are an evidence that these young girls are involving themselves in unprotected sex. So the likelihood of also numbers in terms of HIV infections to rise are high. So it's a worrying situation that despite interventions that have been made by government, we may also be losing at the same time in this fight. That's why the same toolkit also promote, condom use, which has been proved to be massive in terms of preventing both HIV infection and teenage pregnancies.
You're operating in a part of the country that has got remote areas, rural areas, and these individuals, these communities, some sections of these communities, hold on to certain cultural beliefs, so to speak. To what extent is that affecting, your cause as far as meeting your objectives?
Well, you are very right that in the rural setting, sometimes these interventions tend to face challenges, especially with the cultural beliefs. But I can assure you, Brian, that the traditional leaders have come on board owning these programs. And you hear of how many traditional leaders are condemning growing young girls in marriages. So I see that we are working together, and it's a plus to us.
Right.
Maybe my colleague can add something.
Yeah, maybe to add on, Brian. Also, the toolkit, it borders on myths and misconceptions. To take out all those myths and misconceptions. Of course, there are so many things that they are out there. Like when you talk about the use of condoms in the traditional setup, in some setups, it's a taboo to talk about it, especially among young ones or in a mixed group. But the toolkit, the jig, it is age appropriate. We can set it up to just talk to our peers. We can set it up to talk to the younger generation.
So the detail of the messages is influenced by the age group of your audience.
By the age group of the audience. Yeah. And maybe to preempt, the way the jig is age entertaining.
Okay.
If I'm talking peers at this age, it has an entertainment part because it's a game, pictorial like kit that helps to entertain, but at the same time educating the participants.
Right. And how do you describe how it's been received by Eastern Province, the jig?
Yeah, well, it's been received, and of course we aim to roll it out. All the district health coordination advisors in the province, together with our provincial health coordination advisor, who were trained as trainers. That's where also our plea for support comes in. You know that we need as a country to own HIV programs, also gender-based violence issues, not relying every time on support from outside. If we are to own these interventions, we have to support ourselves. So this is where we are asking, maybe through CDF and the other fundings that can come in, to help us roll it out.
Yeah.
So we took advantage of this platform during the NCwala Ceremony to demonstrate, so that people can buy in and also appreciate how this tool is really important in disseminating information concerning the issues that are affecting us in the province, especially in fighting against issues of teenage pregnancy, HIV, GBV cases also.
All right. Sure. When you get the numbers around teenage pregnancies and of course it shows us how we're exposed to contracting HIV/AIDS, it does trigger a sense of worry. But is there hope, you think?
Our hope is there because
where is it coming from?
there's a track record.
Okay.
When you introduce anything on the market, you have to test it. Even a drug, you have to test it. Is it working? So hope is there. When the G came into Zambia, it was introduced in Southern Province. Southern Province has recorded positive numbers in terms of the impact it has carried. It has been implemented in schools in Choma, in Livingstone, Zambezi. So the G is not only for Eastern Province, but it's for the whole country. And this is a tool that we can use to add on the already existing social behavior approaches that have been used. But I can assure you the JIC, because of its entertaining part and the pictorial part. You know, a picture, they say, tells 1,000 stories, and it remains in your mind. In Southern Province, the report that we have is that the chief has proved that once this information is passed to the adolescents,
It makes a difference, right?
it makes a difference.
Right.
They also go and pass it on.
All right. Yeah. We're pressed for time, and I'm afraid I have to drop it here for now because we've got a number of interruptions and I have to come on the show. I want to thank you very much indeed for your time and wish you the best of luck because we always get the number called. Thank you very much indeed.
No, thank you so much, Brian.
All right. And enjoy the NCwala.
Thank you.
You're watching Kwacha Good Morning in Zambia, and we've got